And here we are, the game is loading, the commanders are teleporting into the field. And let me introduce the players first. I will have to slow this down, lest I miss anything. Okay, so let's begin with Team 2 over here, with the player in the far left. His name is The Russians Did It. It's a Cybran player, yellow. He has started a land factory and 4 maxes after that. His teammate is called Eddie Malou. He is a white color, started a land factory and 4 maxes after that. Then the next one for Team 2, his name is Akbak. Picked a red color, Cybran player, T1 land factory and 4 maxes after that. And our next one is called Super Canard, also Cybran. Took blue as his color, started a land factory and 4 maxes queued after that. Then our air player for Team 2 today is called Kaiser, I think Kaiser. He has picked the color pink and started a land factory and no maxes queued yet. And then our farthest right player is called Kohak, also a Cybran player. Man, what a Cybran players today. Picked the color green, has queued a land factory and 4 maxes. And then our last player for Team 2 today, the pink player called Gortar. He is a Seraphim player and he started a land factory and maxes just like the most of his teammates. So let's see if the builds of the next team, Team 1, are also so coherent. So our first one for Team 1 today is Sui. He's a UEF player. Oh man, this is refreshing. He took the red color 1 T1 land factory, is building a few maxes and then 2 T1 power. Our next player for Team 1, he's called Nightly. Took the orange color, is a Cybran player and has queued 1 land factory and a few maxes. Then we have the next player is Illuminate 1, also a Cybran player, 1 T1 land factory, took purple and has queued 4 maxes. Then we're going on to Syndicus, UEF player, took the color pink, has built 1 land factory and is going for 4 maxes after this. Then our air player for Team 1 today is called Layuker. He has took the color gray, Seraphim player, 1 T1 land factory and has a few maxes queued after this. Then we have a beige player. He has took UEF. His name is Maximus and he's already walking towards the front. 1 T1 land factory and has queued, I think, no, 1 max actually. So then the last guy for today, the next player, his name is Maverick. Maverick. And, well, he has built already a T1 land factory and has queued 4 maxes after this. And he has took the color blue. Alright guys, so I'm going to put the game speed back on to normal. And let's see what these guys are up to. So most of them have the same starting build. Most of them put the factory between these maxes for adjacency bonus. I think this is the core build and then you go for the hydro. 1 player who built 2 T1 power generators before erecting his hydro. Let's see what the difference is in eco and what difference this makes. He also did the same. Oh no, he has 1 T1 power generator. Yeah, it's just on more power. Well, costs a little more mass, but not sure why. Some NGs are sent to the front for reclaim. Illuminate 1 is picking big rocks from between the trees. That juicy mass. So nice. Here Anenchi is doing the same. You know, the small rocks, he is just ignoring them, getting the big rocks. That's what's worth it. And the first shots are between Knightley and between Gothar. Already meeting in the middle. So Knightley, he is very fast. So his mirror Eddie, he is a bit behind him. I think he built a little bit more, 2 land factories, opposed to only 1. That's what you miss if you send your commander to the front. I think it's like 20 T1 NGs for build power. But then again, the commander is the most powerful thing you have in the beginning of the game, so better use it for some killing, right? And that's what Knightley thought. I could use it for some killing and then again reclaiming, and that's what he's doing. That's what many are doing. Look at this. Eddie Malou sends his com all the way forward and then starts reclaiming, focusing on the big rocks. Nice reclaiming stroke here for Syndicus. And now Maximus and Eddie Malou are exchanging shots. Eddie Malou also has already gotten some artilleries and some tanks, but it's not enough to shoo Maximus back. He's already lost some HP though, Maximus. It's like 3k. It's quite a lot in the beginning. I mean, it's getting back on, but ideally you don't lose so much health. Oh look, this is a 2v1 in the middle already. So many comps here, look at this. Syndicus is here, Illuminate 1 is further back, Knightley has lost half of his HP, while Kohak and Gotor were pushing. On the other side there's also a little push. Adam Loose has reclaimed some rocks here, and now Super Canard is pushing forward. He brought some Mantis with him, quite a mixed army though. It's a Mole, some Sky Slammers, some NGs to reclaim this. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 factories at front. His mirror, just curious now. His mirror, he doesn't have any factories yet. It's cute. He does have 2 factories in his base. Yeah, and Super Canard does have 1. So well, they're, you know, in tank numbers, they're in the majority. They have less tanks. I mean, this team than these guys. 2 coms. So Maximus now has to run a little bit further back. You know, he already lost 3 HP a while back, and now he has to run. I mean, this is why you don't lose 3k in the beginning, ideally. Now he doesn't have any left. Eddie Malou, well, he was fighting with Maximus, but he has still 10k left, and Maximus actually has to run into the water so that Super Canard is not gonna snipe him. 900 HP left, and he is under the waves in the lake. Oh man, and now Layuker is actually going under. I think he should push a bit. I mean, Super Canard is, well, okay, Eddie Malou is a little further back, but could be a little more aggressive maybe. I think doesn't want to be because of this point defense, 2 point defenses. This is quite dangerous for Yukon. So Maverick is sending a T1 bomber to deal with it. And now Super Canard is also retreating into the river. Maximus takes a gun upgrade to his com, 13%. Kohak is 30% on his T2 upgrade. A little raid was going on here from Knightley, but Kohak stopped it with his T1 army. On the left side, the Russians did it, is pushing Maverick really hard. I think with like 10 or 15 T1 tanks. And Maverick actually should be careful that he's not being caught in this group of tanks, that he can't walk any further. And now he is being prioritized. His health is flying off. Can he pass that? Yes, he can. That was close. Shouldn't hinder him a bit, but NG's getting prioritized. But after these NGs are killed really fast, Maverick is again prioritized. At the same time, Super Canard and Eddie Malou are pushing with their T1 spam, killing with some RD these T1 PD. This T1 PD by Linger is being rebuilt, but the RT takes care of that. On the other side, Knightley and Gortar are still pushing. Kohak. Gortar has to go a little bit back. Knightley has half of his HP left. His mate Syndicate is also pushing. They take their spam with them. A T1 PD for Gortar is going up. Some T1 and T2 point defense from Kohak also, and Syndicate is building T1 PD I think, but I think he can hold against these two comms, T1 and T2 PD. His mate Knightley is a little bit more careful, and there, oh my goodness, Maverick has 1300 HP left, being attacked by jesters from the Russians. Did it, you know, the guy who also pushed with his T1 spam a lot here. The Linger saved the day for Maverick as he kills the jesters. Lucky day for them. Look at this. Linger still, I would say he still didn't got his maxes, but actually it has been killed by this combined push from Eddie Malou and his teammate. Lost his name for a bit. Super Canard. Super Canard retreated all the way back here when he saw that his teammates were in danger. Knightley gets a vet and gets 9, I mean he's on 9k now. Yeah man, he has cloak. I mean, it's not cloak. That's way too expensive in the beginning. It's stealth upgrade with gun. Yes, with gun. His mate has, whoa, 14,000 HP. That's a big home. Then again, UEF. Let's see what upgrade he has. He has T2, has a drone and gun. That's why he's so bulky. Knightley now is under firm attack from 2 comms and 2 T2 PDs. Still pushing a bit, walking a bit back now, and then forth again, trying to harass them. The Russians did it, is forming a front with his T1 PD. Maverick has retreated into the river. He's on an upgrade, I think T2. He will get his HP back sooner. This fight is still going on. Syndicate has built a T2 shield in the middle. He's erecting a T2 point defense, trying to make a stand. They want to get the mass field, of course. It's a nice little gift. Super Canard he's upgrading his comm to a T2 commander. Trying to defend a bit here. I mean, it's a dangerous hold. And now you see what's happening. Kohak and his teammate Kaiser, they have to retreat a bit under pressure of this GunCom and combined T2 PD. Gortar started a gun upgrade, so actually Kaiser came from the back here to help them, the air player. He thought I have to defend my mass extractors here. I mean, if you have an air player on Canis, if you lose these maxes, well, you're late with air, that's for sure. And that's exactly what happened to Linger. He lost these maxes. He rebuilt them actually. No, this one is... Oh man! Thor got killed by Knightly. So you know he was in the gun upgrade. Had like 1500 HP. And Knightly pushed him here. And he got killed. He didn't want to cancel his upgrade. And now Kohak has to run for his life. Supreme Commander has also finished his upgrade. And he is now helping Kohak with this Knightly problem. In the meantime, EPIC is making T3 superiority fighters. Wait, of course this is 7v7, so that's why Kaiser, he's not air. He's actually front, I think, and he's now taking his teammates, his late teammates' base. Supreme Commander just finished his T2 upgrade for his commander, but he has to retreat into the river very fast with this combined GunCom and PD creep. Look at this, he has made 2 drones so he can build that PD very fast. There's a lot of engineers with him which are on reclaim orders all over this. He has reclaimed this whole mass field. A lot of T1 spam mass and some PDs here, so that's given him a nice mass boost. And now actually Kaiser's maxes are under attack. So EPIC has both air players, so this is the air player for the 7v7 Canis, and they have some maxes here, and the air player on this side has this too. Actually the Russians is now pushing all the way to the left. They combined defense force for Maximus and Maverick, but not sure if they're gonna do anything with it. There's still a 2-1 PD which is trying to kill them. It's down now for Maverick. And the push continues. Knightly is really... Oh, look at this. He is... His health is it's back on his calm again. It's, he was quite... He had half the health that he has now. That's because of the VATs. He is a 4-VATed commander now. You know, like a reptile, he grows his health on. Like a snake grows its leg, or what is it, tail back on if he loses one. Dangerous guy. Spiky, spiky, naughty, naughty. Alright, this is ooh, this is nice. Look at this. Syndicate is upgrading his comm towards T3, so I think we're going to see some T3 Ravager fire. That is, if this team doesn't stop them. Illuminated one is joining this position here. Knightly is just still pushing with his GunCom. These 3 SAMs are now being erected by Sui. Illuminated one said in the chat, make SAMs. He lost air, I think. Oh wait, what did he say? Ah, you can't locate his air factory. Oh, that's really bad. He has upgraded it again to T3. Knightly is still pushing. 2 comms for team 2 are now trying to stop him. Combined with E2 PD from Kohak. Knightly is still pushing. Under attack now from this T2 PD. EPIC is retreating a bit. 3-2-2 PD getting into Knightly's hair. Now Knightly, careful man. He is attacking Kaiser at the moment. Was just sitting there with his head above the waves. I mean above the river. This front is still holding under the T1 army pressure, combined with missile launchers. Knightley is losing health fast, and what's coming here? It's Corsair from EPIC hitting Knightley with his... Oh, and he does escape. So it seems, but T2PD is on his comm, and the Corsair are shut down by the SAMs. But can he escape the T2PD? Knightley, 400 HP left, and there he goes. Boom, we have our first ejection for today. Knightley has been defeated by Cohack. And Illuminate One says in the chat, told you we didn't have air, and you are still pushing. And Knightley says, sorry man, I just don't care. And that's our first player for today, which is bowing out. That gives Team 2 a little bit of air. I mean, it was thanks to the combined T2 push, the PD creep, and then the GunCom push that they came so far, but they don't have a GunCom now. Still, there are 3 comms in this little patch of land. That's a lot of gun power. So let's see what Illuminate One has on his commander. Actually nothing, so it's unupgraded. I think Sui must have T2. He does, so the T2 upgrade. But Syndicus has now the T3 upgrade on his commander. It's a 16k beast with gun and 2 drones. So this is gonna be fun, I think. EPIC has amassed some SF by now. Actually, he has air. He has 14 SF. While his mirror, well, it's Illuminate One. He still has 2. Thanks to his accidental Control K of his T3 air factory. It happens to me once, and I can tell you it's not good. You know, you want to Control K some land factory or something, and then discover that you blow up your air factory accidentally. Shield for Syndicus down, must have been because of a little power surge, but I think it's done now. Let's see, yes, he has 1500 power, 2k I mean. He has a pigeon in his base. He will be okay. So Team 2 is pushing a bit with T1 spam. There are Ravages up. Sui has built a Ravager. Wait a second. Sui has built a Ravager. So does that mean that Sui is also T3? And yes, he is. Look at this. T3 point defense. So 2 T3 UEF commanders here. On the other side, it's a little less intrusive. I mean, here's a little, well, T1 spam, some T1 PD. The Russians did it, is still pushing though. Has some T2 PD erected here, but this is constantly, well, I think it's hitting the hill somewhere here. I mean, it's killing some spam which is walking up the hill, but that's it. This here, well, let's see if they're creeping now. So 1, 2, 3 heavy point defense. The other team is using artillery to try to drive them back. At least I saw a little artillery shell, I think, impacting on the shield. If I'm correct. Or maybe I'm just dreaming it, because I think T3 artillery is a good way to, I mean, mobile T3 artillery is a good way to try to drive them back. should have the range, at least. Maverick is bringing his com back in. And I think, judging from the HP that he's got, that he is a T3 com by now. No, it's T2. But he does have shield, so that's why he has so much health. I think. So shield com with gun and T2. That should clear out this base. T2, two T2PD actually there with some launchers, and look at this. The Russians did is on siege assault bots now, loyalists, and Maverick is nonetheless approaching and pushing. He says, oh well, you know, I'm a shield com with a gun and T2. I'm just going to overcharge you, man. See you later. Ta-la. Little assault bot attacking Maverick's com, tickling away at his shield. And Maverick's just walking forward like nothing is happening. Look at this bulky shield com. Man, oh man. Okay, I think I should go back and watch what's going on the other side of the game. On the map, I mean. Oh, the commanders are walking back. So Luminant 1, well, he should walk back. Look at this Simon. He doesn't have much HP compared to Sui, who has lost really a lot of health. And this is the problem. That's why they saw a little while back. It's a Clink Hammer. This is what has been impacting on the shields. And I hope for Team 2 and I hope for Team 1, I mean, that they will be able to reclaim some of this. I mean, if this will go down, and there's a TML strike actually. It's hitting the T3 PD. If this will go down, it will be a lot of mass, which the other team can scoop up. Another point defense going down, thanks to TML. Another TML strike. Where is it coming from? Actually, I can't find it. Ah, it's here. It's built by Orkbuck. Was building a monkey lord at the same time, so he's got some ASF, and then went for a monkey lord. Now that would have been a problem if these commanders which are walking back would still be here. But then again, it's not scaring syndicates. I'm not sure if the other team has scouted the monkey lord. Nope, it's not scouted yet. They have scouted the TML though. Well, that won't be much of their concern. They build a little bit of Team D, that will be done, and that's exactly what Syndicates already did. As long as this row of T2 point defense doesn't finish, the monkey shouldn't have much problems with getting into this base. Some Titans from Sui are joining the front, raiding this side and denying Kaiser from rebuilding his T2 maxes. And there another T2 mass pump from Kaiser goes down. I think they might be pushing for this one. Well, it's still T2. It's a T2 mass extractor, but maybe that they should try to push here. And Kohak, he can overcharge them all. Let's see what's happening here. Maverick, in the meantime, has gotten a 3-star com, so he has cleared this out, took his NGs with him to reclaim everything, to put it into his mass extractors. And a lot of PD has gone up here. So the Russians did it. It looked like 8 or 10 T2 point defense, and Maverick actually has to run for his life. He has 9k left now. And it's going really fast. Bigs are following him. The range on these things should well, hit him soon. Also being hit by these heavy artillery. He has 7k left. Bricks are still following him, but then again he has overcharge, so he overcharges 2. Attacks 2 more. Still 9k left. That is a lot. But compared to what he normally has, 20k, that's not so much. So there he flees. Look at this, shooting the hill. I think they're destroying an ant colonization, an ant colony. A Percival, which is walking here from Maximus, is being tickled to death. Linger is sending some T1 spam forward. Kill Oblivions from Eddie Malou. Looks like finally this base will cease to exist. They will not get very far. I mean, some Cerberus turrets are erected here by Super Canard, but this is cleared out. Let's see what's going on with the Monkey Lord. The Monkey Lord, where it is, and there is the Monkey Lord. Akbak is pushing. The Bank of T2PD is finished. Half. I'm not sure if this is enough to stop the Monkey Lord. Well, there's one way to find out. We will see. We will just see. 3 shields for defense. 6 PD are hitting this monkey. Not doing much. Should kill them first thing. Just walking in, killing a Sam. That's not your priority, sir. Kill the PD. These ones. That's right. Killing the PD. You're almost down. Should have no trouble to clear this out then. Maybe go via the river. And Sui has progressed quite a bit here. He is in control of the back hill. No resistance in this corner of the map. So again, this push from the Titans. Let's see where they are. They have been reclaimed, I think. Some remains here. They have cleared this part out, but the mass extractor got rebuilt by Kohek. And Sui's army is now being redirected to kill the monkey, but nope, the monkey has the range, and Sui just turns around with those Titans. So let's see how these guys are doing with air, and I see 3 strategic bombers, 4 I must say, amassing from Linger. Let's see who has the air advantage. Numbers, I mean, it's like 53 from Illuminate and Akbak, who's getting to be a little bit scared when he sees the bombers, I think. It's also 53, but they have 2 air players. So they combined, they have like 80 or 90 against well, like 60 ASF. So well, in numbers that's not a air win yet. Kaiser, Linger, I mean, he does have some interceptors, but they are T1. And now the strategic bombers are being pinged. Struts, Coordinor says. That's a good call. And the beat from Syndicus now is being, well, torn to shreds. Mobile artillery T3 is bombarding the space. The monkey is still clearing up Sui's army. He's vetted. Now has regenerated almost all his health. I mean, this is what you like see coming towards your base. A vetted monkey with all his health back on his body. Not. And Supreme Commander decides to just walk into Syndicate's forward position and clear this base out. Oh, that's quite some nice health, but oh, it's quite sad that the T3 artillery is just destroying the mass. And I hear strats. What are they hitting? They're hitting a Galactic Colossus that Eddie Malou sent forward. Air is clashing now above his head. And let's see who's winning. Well, oh man, that's actually very bad. Kaiser didn't bring his wasps. Akbak has to retreat, but I think still they are in the upper hand if they work together really well. These guys are so lucky. These strats maybe will live. And Sui's Galactic Colossus is in real danger now. He is pushing with his Harbingers on the other side. He is retreating with his Colossus in the face of these strats. Gothor says, stomp him to death. Yeah, I bet you would, guy. Don't know who he's talking about. Maverick Scum is a little bit in danger. Eddie Malou sees his Maverick Scum, but he has so much HP and a shield. Nothing is happening. But 4 bricks are lying in wait with their torpedoes, and they are hitting his scum by tickling his shield away. The airfight is, I would say it's still going on, but you know, Kaiser and Akbak just didn't bring us their ASFs. They should sacrifice. I think they should sacrifice. But they didn't. They're, well, they want to keep it they want to keep it if, you know, in the case strats get into their base, that would be even worse. Maybe to snipe an SMD or com or whatever. So they are keeping their force for defense. This gives Eddie Malou's attack, well, a negative connotation. He brought quite a nice mass gift into Team 1's base. They can just reclaim this now and put it into, well, a nuke or an arty or more ASF or whatever they like. Maverick has a 5k, I mean a 5-star com now. 5 stars. He has 21,000 HP. Just reclaiming in the middle of an attack withstood the beam from a Galactic Colossus, and well, not much happened. At least not for like 8 seconds. That was interesting. Another experimental is joining mid. It's an experimental from Kohak. There's much SHU building going on now, so Kaiser is really ecoing hard. Let's see how the numbers are doing. Well, Illuminated one has built quite a air grid here. He's on a few maxes here, so that's why he is on so much mass. And the other side, well, the team player died here, so Thor died here. And that's where Kaiser is sitting on. Actually does have more eco than Illuminate one. And he's all putting it into more eco, so I don't see any nukes or whatever. He's just building more SATUs. I see an SAS blip. I'm not getting out of my words. But look at this, it's an SMD. It is not loaded yet. Does that mean that the other team is building a nuke, or is this just out of self-defense? I think it's the last thing. No, a Guardian built for Illuminate 1, so they're just into the SMD building phase now. The Mokulord from Kohak is being pushed by well, some heavy gunships from Illuminate 1. And here's a big air fight going on now, and now both players, so Kaiser and Okpak, brought their ASF with them, and it seems that Illuminate 1 is on the losing end, but Kaiser is retreating his ASF, he's getting them back, and yeah, well, Okpak is now being crushed in there, so I don't know, man. I think you could have won that, or maybe a draw, but Monkey Lord from Okpak, you know, the vetted monkey is still lived, while the Monkey Lord from Kohak is being killed by those T3 gunships, those broadswords. And a fatty is completed by Syndicates, so the guy that pushed all the way down together with Knightley is now back in his base. This mass has all been reclaimed by Kaiser. I think he put this into his nice eco. He's on 335 now. Built quite some rovers, so enough cannons to assist his ACU quantum gateway. Another quantum gateway going up for Okpak. I hear a nuke, man. But where? Where the hell? Yep. I think it's from this one. Is it? Yeah, that's when you're... That's... Oh no, it's going from... It's oh, it's built here. Look, a Liberator from Okpak. So they're on double nuke now. It's another one building for Eddie Malou. And they do have an SMD, I think. Illuminate 1 build one, and it's loaded. And where it's going, yeah, it's intercepted by Illuminate 1 SMD. But they don't know yet. I think that Eddie Malou has one. Also, double nuke. Is it scouted? Yes, it is scouted, so they do know. I don't see any markings or so. Yeah, look at this. This one is marked, but this one isn't. Thanks to those monkey lords here. It's well, it's quite peaceful now in this part of the map. The other side, they're still fighting. So Team 2 has taken back their maxes, reclaimed everything here, put it into eco building. In the meanwhile, the Russians are still pushing Maverick back with their bricks and their missile launchers. But now a fatty is laying hands on Super Canard's base, and he's just building T2 artillery. That's actually a very good strategy against fat boys. There's a certain point, if you have enough, it's just, well, the fat boy will die if you don't retreat it, so This will cost the fatty some health, I think. 4 shells missed. Quite lucky, fat boy. Maverick's just standing in front of 4 bricks. He's just gonna overcharge them and sending some broadsword in to deal with the bricks. Let's see if the other team has any special attack weapons. Well, another fat boy is going down for Maximus. Illuminate one is really fast trying to build his SMD. I mean, he needs to. It's not loaded now. And he's quite scared for his heavily assisted strategic missile launcher. Look at this, it's already 70%. And this nuke is almost finished. I don't see any other SMD in Team 1 space. I can't spot it. So will they lose part of the base? Well, this is the question, of course. And there goes a nuke from Eddie Malou. And where does it send it? It's, let's see the line. Yeah, it's straight into Illuminous One's base. So Leeuker is already retreating his scum. SMD is not loaded yet. Do they have another SMD? Tactical missile defense. Here too. I don't think they don't. Oh my goodness. And Leeuker is just under the nuke. Leeuker bows out in this enormous nuke explosion while his base gets integrated by a nuclear radiation storm. Oh god, Illuminate One says 2 was too much. Yes man, I think 2 are too much. Still, they did really well here. They just didn't see those 2. And I'm not sure if he means to say with 2 nukes, I mean like 2 missiles nukes or 2 build nukes. I mean, do they know that another SML that's built here? Yeah, well, they have scouted it, but so another missile is coming their way soon. No SMD here. Yeah, well, he controled his factory, but then again, at the end, he rocked the other team in air. So it's just because I think they didn't work together very well. They could have won on a few occasions if they alerted one another. So he didn't do too bad. And I think there goes another missile. Illuminate One is not happy. 2.5 of their bases are have been destroyed. Illuminate One actually control K's. He says, I've had enough of it. And Kaiser is sitting on so much eco now. It's 500 mass. This is absolutely horrible for the other team. I mean, Sui is top now. But he has lost most of his maxes too, and he also control K's. He says there's no point in fighting now. Don't think we will worry about this desync much. And Sui is being disintegrated in an enormous ball of fire. And Maverick is being defeated by the Russians. Maximus is being killed by Coheg. I don't think it's I don't just think they're concentrating, but oh, they did so well in the beginning. I mean, we're pushing all the way here. Oh, look at this, Coheg. Oh, he okay, so Maverick was killed by Coheg. He transported. Let's come here. No, teleported, I mean. So was killed by his mazer. Ah, well, that's a nice. That's not a mistake. That's a nice thing. 5-star vetted come now. And only one guy left, Syndicus, and he is getting thrown a nuke right into his face. And he says, "Thank you for playing." I'm just standing there while I disintegrate in the hellish fires of this nuke. Thank you so much for watching this video. Want to see more replay reviews? Well, try the dual cap. You'll like it.